We're joined with UNI Director of Athletics David Harris, talking how the UNI Athletic Department is able to react and respond with the COVID-19 outbreak and all the safety measures that are in place to make sure that UNI Athletics does their part to not spread the COVID-19 virus. An unprecedented time in college athletics, but really these generations that are currently alive, just something that we haven't ever seen before. I guess just your initial reaction as far as how you guys have been able to respond.
Well, unprecedented is definitely the right word. We've been going through this for the past 10 days to 14 days with all the things that are involved with our student athletes, with our coaches, with competitions, with conference championships and national championships. So it's something that no one has ever had to deal with. So we're not at any advantage or disadvantage from any other university, because we're all going through this for the first time. And so as we've made decisions and tried to do things over a period of time, it's always been with the thought of trying to do what's in the best interest of our student athletes, trying to keep them safe, try to keep our fans safe. But really there's no playbook on this. You're just making decisions not only day by day, but hour by hour, and trying to get to what you feel is the best place for your university.
Decisions were made right before the women's conference tournament, the NCAA indoor championships, a week prior to the NCAA wrestling championships, that those events would be canceled. Later it was announced all the spring sports, the seasons will come to a halt, won't continue. How was that decision made, either at a UNI or at a Missouri Valley Conference level?
Sure, that's made at a conference level. Ultimately, it's made by the presidents when you're talking about canceling competition. So when we looked at competitions across the board, ultimately the decision was reached initially that we would suspend competitions until March the 30th, and we all voted on that, and it passed unanimously. But just within a 24-hour period, it just became clear that canceling for the rest of the season was the right decision to make. And that's the way that it's been through this entire process. You're making a decision in the morning and then perhaps having to look at different information by that afternoon.
It hurts those sports that are in action right now, but also sports that are in their off season. You have spring opportunities, practices and that for volleyball, for football. It affects those athletes as well. And right now, no students on campus, and it's kind of a wait and see approach as far as when students will be back.
Right, and so for us, once spring break is over with, then we'll start online instruction, and it's supposed to go through April 3rd as of right now. But during that time period, we've told our coaches and our student athletes no workouts, no meetings, no practices. We're trying to do everything that we can to prevent, community spread, to make sure that we're practicing social distancing. And we just feel like, despite the fact that everyone here is competitive, everybody wants to get their team ready for whenever we're able to play again, we have to make the priority being safe right now. And so the safety of student athletes and really the safety of everybody is what's primary in our minds, and we're making decisions with that in mind.
All right, we'll have more with David Harris, the UNI Athletic Department, their response to the COVID-19 outbreak. We'll also have stories coming up on the cancellations of some of those athletes that were impacted this past week. More Panther Sports Talk after this.